going to do one more here. Someone's talking about your puppy, says they love them. Yes, they're very cute.
Oh, they're beautiful. And I'm trying to get it on my Facebook page, and our internet has been down. So I'm having a hard time getting it on Facebook.
Simply GLY, what's the temperature of the heating pad? Well, it's not really a heating pad, it's a heat tape that goes around the periphery. 104 degrees Fahrenheit, 40 degrees centigrade. Comes with a thermostat that controls that temperature, so it is exactly that. Can you explain and break down Koi, Pink, and Husky?
No.
I'm going to do more research on this. I've got some ideas on it, but let me do that before I answer that one, because otherwise I'm just going to tell you rubbish, and I don't want to do that. How to terminate an unwanted dog pregnancy from Quinone Girls. I wish I would have seen this 2 weeks ago. My husband and I are arguing because I wanted to terminate the pregnancy. I had no idea about the flushing technique. My girl is 1 year, 3 months old. I feel she is too young. She's probably not too young. I mean, you know, if you didn't do the flush, then you'll find out whether she takes or not. So, you know, I routinely have customers who breed dogs for 1 year and 3 months, and I've never seen a problem. Well, I mean, that's not to say that every pregnancy is perfect, because of course they're not all perfect. But I've never seen a pregnancy where I felt like the problem was because the dog was too young. As long as the dog is not really tiny, 1 year and 3 months can be fine. That could be the first heat. So that's not, I think that's fine. Emily Woodard. Hello, my friend. She's 2 and breeding for the first time. She's at day 5 of blood first work, and it took her, and she's only tested 0.2. The vet is testing in 2 days. Do you have any advice to me? Thank you so much. Yeah, wait. So let's just play a game here. I mean, most dogs are ready to be bred around day 11 through 13. You're in day 5, so that would suspect that you've got 6 days to go. With a level of 0.2, it's probably further than that. So how quickly is it going to jump up? Well, let's say it jumps up 1 point a day. Next day, day 2, it would be a level of 1. The next day would be a level of 2. The next day would be a level of 3. Next day, level of 4. Next day, level of 5. So you, in my opinion, you're probably 6 to 7 days out away from breeding. I would have another test done in about 4 or 5 days, sooner, if her blood colour started to get much lighter in colour.
You about done?
Just about. Hold on, say one more.
I'm going to go ahead and go in before you.
See you in there. Richard Price, this video is great. Oh, flat chest. No, it's flat chested swimmers. Settled our minds a little. We have a 13-day-old pups with flat chests and swimming legs, so we will try this now. It'll work. Do it. The sooner you get on with this, the quicker you'll get good results. Lisa Nauerkow. Calicos. We're talking about dogs versus cats. Calicos are different breeds of cat, I swear. We have flame points, a mix of Siamese and ginger tabbies. They are bigger than Siamese and more personable, but they can have a little bit of a catitude as well on occasions. Yeah, it's funny because we've got the house. We have a calico. She's really sweet, and then at the other place where Cody is, there's a calico there, and she's a little bugger. She doesn't like anybody. She's yes. Raymond Gastillion. What's the difference between L4 and LL4? Well, it's a different genetic piece of genetics that makes the L1 or the L or the L4, but they mix together and produce the same results. So I can never look at a dog and say that's an L4 dog or that's an L1 dog or that's a mixture of the two. There's something else going on here, because long-haired Frenchies can have way different coats in the same litter, and it's not, to the best of my knowledge and what I've seen, it's not because of L or L4. Is it okay to feed a mum after a C-section? You bet it is, but not give her a lot of food the first few hours after a C-section. They tend to want to drink a lot of water, and then they'll puke it back up. So we control water for the first 6 to 8 hours, and don't give them too much at one time, and let them have time to digest it. If you give them a lot to start with, they're likely to puke it up, and that, you know, you don't want that happening. My dog is Biggie, which makes it, this is Brian Ramos, which makes it a non-cream dog, correct. But it is massless, correct. No, you got to go look at whether or not the dog is Big EM, that would be a mass dog. almost certainly this dog is not maskless. Otherwise it'd be little e. So it's not a maskless dog. Why is the market so slow? Because we've got a lot of dogs on the market. That's the simple reason for that. And someone's trying to do something here. Cedric McGee, happy anniversary. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Is it okay? This is from Christian Dominique Cortez. Is it okay to give Verbag Ostopet daily for our 5-month-old puppy? Ostopet is a liquid supplement of calcium, phosphorus, vitamin D, and B. I have no idea.
You
sorry.
answered that yesterday.
Well, that's a slightly different one than that, but
Oh, okay.
yeah. Yeah. So here's the question, right? So if you breed a platinum and tan male to a platinum and tan female, could you produce blues covered in cream
No.
or chocolates covered in cream?
No.
Would they all be platinums?
They'll all be platinums.
They'll be platinums.
Platinums to platinums are platinums. Blues to blues are blues. Chocolates to chocolates are chocolates.
Unless there's other colours present, but with a platinum, because you can't have other colours. Well, you could have more present you didn't know about, but the answer is platinums are platinum every time platinums. And if they're tans, then probably platinum and tans. But there is if it was ATAs to ATAs, you could get a quarter of them could be AAs, which wouldn't be 10 points, 3/4 would be. But yes, you got another question. Yeah, so you ask about getting a rainbow of colours. No, you're not. I mean, if you want to get a rainbow of colours, what you do is take a platinum dog and breed that to, for instance, a black and tan that carries cocoa and cream, cocoa and blue. Yeah, well, no. What I'm getting at here is that where you could get chocolates, blues, chocolate hands, blue and tans, platinum and tans, if you bred to a black and tan.
But if you had a fawn that carries blue, carries cocoa, carries cream, you get all those colors.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, that'll work, yeah. Someone is asking about importing a dog and getting registration. If you want to get AKC registration on a dog, then that dog has got to be, either you've got to have 2 parents that are AKC dogs, that gets you AKC status, and you have to have full rights on both of them, or you can bring a dog in imported that has full rights. I think that's a requirement, may not be, but certainly it's got to be from an accredited organization like FCI, Federal Canine International. So that dog could come from the Ukraine, could come from Hungary, could come from you have to go look on the AKC site. But if you look on the AKC site and you go look at go to foreign registration, it'll give you a list of all the dogs that are okay to, and what the requirements are of those dogs. So you have to have a export pedigree, the dog has to be in your name. You have to have a DNA sample done on the dog. You have to have a photograph of it standing, frontwise and sideways, color photograph, and you have to spend about $100 to get it done. So the last couple of dogs we did that were UK dogs, it was a roaring pain in the butt.
Hello?
It took forever for the UKC, which is the United Kennel Club in England, to get the paperwork done for us. It was a nightmare. So just be prepared for this. It could take you months to get done. And then there's some problems at the AKC end too. For some reason, the AKC DNA department doesn't talk to the regular AKC people, so there's another snafu they'll have there. But it can be done. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye, buddy. Watching the video. I really appreciate people who subscribe to me. It helps me, encourage me to do more of these videos. But do remember, disclaimer here, I am not a vet. I'm not a licensed medical professional. I'm purely a person who's been breeding dogs for the last couple of decades. Any information that you got from this video, use at your own risk. There's nothing implied here, and certainly this should not be used as a substitute for advice from your veterinarian or your medical professional. I hope you enjoyed the video. Come back for more of them. Bye.